Welcome student. I am Poonam Sharma, Assistant Professor Botany, Government College Badli. In this video, I am going to discuss with you family Asclepiadaceae, which is also known as milkweed family, and it is an important topic of paper taxonomy. So let's have a look on the content of the video. First we will discuss classification, then distribution of plant, then diagnostic feature of family from stem to flower, and then the economic importance. Classification of family: class Dicotyledons, subclass Gammopateli, series Bicarpellate, order Genesaeus, family Asclepiadaceae. But according to Angiosperm Phylogeny Group, an informal international group of systematic botanists consider Asclepiadaceae as a subfamily Asclepiadidae under family Apocynaceae. Distribution of Asclepiadaceae plant on the planet. They are found basically in the tropical and subtropical region of the world. So they may be found near the equator or other warmer part of the world. Worldwide, there are 282, 384 genera and 1800 to 2900 species. But in India, there are 53 genera and 250 species. So you can find even variation in the number of these genera and species in different sites. Habitat: they are mostly erect, twining, perennial shrubs, woody climber, succulent, cactus like epiphytic. So here are some examples of the habitat. Asclepias, which is a perennial herb. So here this is a Asclepias plant. Calotropis, which is a shrub. This is a Calotropis plant. Leptidina, it is a climbing shrub. Tylophora, it is a woody climber. Some more example. Discadia, it is an epiphytic plant and it has the capacity to grow on other plant only for the support. Succulent plant. Hoya is a succulent plant and it has the capacity to store the water and bypass the xerophytic condition. Stabilia, this is a xerophytic cactus-like plant because its flower, leaves and stem bear the character which resemble with the cactus plant. So that's why it is known as the xerophytic cactus-like plant. Roots. Roots are perennial stalk roots, sometimes fleshy or tuberous and may be adventitious. So here this is an example of tuberous root. Adventitious root are those roots which arise from other than the root part of the plant. So next, stem is aerial, erect, climbing, branched, cylindrical, pubescent means the stem is covered with hair, woody, solid and contain milky latex. This is the most important character of this family. That's why they are called as a milkweed family. Here in this picture you can see this white milky latex is coming out of the stem. As you cut the stem, white colored milky latex coming out, and this latex is used for many purposes. Even from the leaves you can find the milky latex is coming out. As you cut the leaves, the white latex comes out from the leaves. Leaves. Leaves are simple, subsessile. Subsessile means the petiole is very small. Here this is the upper surface of leaves and you can see the petiole is not visible. But from the lower surface here you can see the petiole is visible. Because of the small size of the petiole, the leaves are subsessile. Exstipulate means without the stipules. Stipules are some leafy structure present lateral side of the leaves. So here these stipules are absent. That's why they are known as ex-stipulate. Phyllotaxy is opposite decussate. Here you can see this is the one pair and this is the second pair. In this pair you can see the leaves are opposite, here also opposite, but the one pair is at right angle to another pair. So this arrangement of leaves makes the phyllotaxy opposite and decussate. Decussate is given for the 90-degree angle between the two pairs. So here it is clearly observed. This is one pair, this is another pair, and these both pair are at the 90-degree. Venation is unicostate radiculate. Unicostate means they have the main principal one midrib. So here you can see there is only one principal midrib. From this midrib, lateral veins are coming out. Leaves have a waxy coating. So here you can see this is the upper surface and you can see the water droplets. These water droplets are condensed over the leaves because of the waxy coating. Floral character. Inflorescence. Inflorescence is of two types, cymose and racemose. Cymose inflorescence is of dicasial and multicasial type. Example is Calotropis species. In cymose inflorescence, main axis terminate into flower. Here you can see this is the main axis and it is terminating into flower. But at the base of the flower, a node is present and from this node, lateral branches are coming out. Two lateral branches are coming out and these two lateral branches is also terminating into flower and again giving out two another lateral branches. So such type of inflorescence is dicasial cyme. But in multicasial, multiples of lateral branches comes out from the main node and such type of inflorescence is multicasial cyme. Umbellate. Umbellate is a modification of racemose inflorescence. Example of this inflorescence is Asclepias species. And here you can see these are the flower of Asclepia and these flower forming umbrella shaped structure. In this type of inflorescence, the node of the main axis gives out many flower. Here you can see, and in this type of inflorescence, the youngest flower present in the center and the oldest flower present at the periphery. Flower is bracteate, bracteolate and pedicellate. Bracteate means the flower has a leafy structure which is called as bract at the base of pedicel. And what is pedicel? Pedicel is a stalk-like structure which connects the flower to the main stem. Bracteolate means a leafy structure which is present between the bract and the flower. Bisexual means the flower has both male and female parts. Actinomorphic means the flower has radial symmetry. And they may be zygomorphic means they have bilateral symmetry. Example of zygomorphic flower is Ceropesia, complete, pentamerous and hypogynous. Hypogynous means the ovary is superior. Here you can see this is the Calotropis flower and it has the actinomorphic symmetry. This is Ceropesia species flower and it has zygomorphic symmetry. So you can see here this is Ceropesia flower and this is Calotropis flower. Calyx 5 in number. Polysepalous means the sepals are free, somewhat connate at base, and estivation is volvate, imbricate, and quinquenchal. Corolla petals are 5 in number. Gamopetalous means the petals are fused, twisted. Estivation is imbricate, valvate, and the surface of the petals are hairy. Here you can see some modifications of corolla. This is Ceropegia species flower, and here the corolla is forming a tube. You can see here. This is Cryptostegia flower, and here the corolla is forming a funnel shaped structure. You can see here this is the open part and this is the lower tubular part. In Calotropis, the corolla is forming a beautiful attractive structure that is called as corona. Here you can see these are the corona developed by the corolla of Calotropis. Androecium 5 in number. Epipetalous means they are present above the petal. Inserted at or near base of corolla tube. So they may be present here at this upper part, or they may be present here. This is lower part. Stamens are free in Cryptostegia species. Filament of the anther is flat and forms staminal tube around the ovary. तो आपका जो ये स्टेमन का फिलामेंट है कुछ एक फ्लावर्स में जुड़ के एक ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर बनाएगा ओवरी के सराउंडिंग में. इस स्ट्रक्चर में स्टेमिनल ट्यूब नहीं है, बट कुछ फ्लावर्स के अंदर फिलामेंट्स जुड़ के एक स्टेमिनल ट्यूब बना देते हैं. एपेक्स इज यूनाइटेड विद स्टिग्मा फॉर्मिंग गाइनोस्टीजियम डिस्क. हेयर इसमें आप देख सकते हो एंथर स्टिग्मा के साथ जुड़ के गाइनोस्टीजियम डिस्क बना देता है. कैलोट्रोपिस एंथर आर लिटरली यूनाइटेड गिविंग राइज टू ए 5-sided ब्लंट कोन. कैलोट्रोपिस में एंथर आपस में जुड़ के 5-sided ब्लंट कोन बनाएंगे. हेयर यू कैन सी दिस इज द 5-sided blunt cone which is usually attached on the inside to the stigma head. तो ये जो गाइनोस्टीजियम डिस्क है इसी के अंदर ये जुड़ जाएंगे आपस में इस तरह से. ये आप देख सकते हैं these are the blunt cone और इन ब्लंट कोन पे एंथर्स प्रेजेंट हैं और इन्हीं की यूनियन से ये पूरा आपका गाइनोस्टीजियम डिस्क बन जाता है. एंथर आर टू एंड देयर पोलन ऑफन यूनाइटेड विद इन ईच एंथर सैक स्ट्रक्चर कॉल्ड पोलिनियम. कैलोट्रोपिस में पोलिनियम प्रेजेंट होते हैं और पोलिनियम आर द कलेक्शन ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन. सो ये जो आपको दिखाई दे रहे हैं दिस बबल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर दीज आर द पोलिनियम and these pollinium attach to the blunt cone of stigma with the help of this corpusculum, and this corpusculum attached to the translator of pollinia. तो ये pollinia का translator corpusculum से जुड़ेगा और ये corpusculum stigma के blunt ends पे जुड़ जाएगा. तो ये एक माइक्रोस्कोपिक स्ट्रक्चर है जिसमें ये कॉर्पस्कुलम दिखाई दे रहा है, ये ट्रांसलेटर है और ये पोलिनिया है हैविंग मास ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन. आर टू दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज बाइकार्पलरी. कार्पल्स आर फ्री और वी कैन से एपोकार्पस बट दे आर फ्री at their base. Here you can see two carpels are present, and these two carpels are free at base but united at the apex, forming five lobed stigma, which you can see in the previous slide. Here you can see this is the five lobed stigma. Style 2, here you can see these are the two styles. This is 1, this is 2. Ovary superior, here the ovary is superior above the calyx and corolla. Ovary of each carpel is unilocular. Here you can see this is the one ovary, this is the another ovary, and they have only one locule, एक ही locule है, and the ovules are marginal. Here the presentation is marginal. So this is the LS of flower, and in this LS you can see the five lobed stigma, and the styles are 2, ovary 2, and they are free but at the apex they are united. Ovule are present in the ovary. Ovary is unilocular. Multiple ovules are present, and the presentation is marginal in this TS of ovary. Fruit are pairs of follicle. Sometimes there is only one follicle because of suppression of other. So here this is a follicle. You can see here this is follicle, and there are two, but sometimes maybe one because of suppression of another. Seeds are flat, ovate, oblong, and crowned by fruit of hairs. You can see here these are the seeds, and these seeds are crowned by hairs. So these are the hairs of fruit, and these hairs help in dispersal of seed, and inside these seed the embryo is large. This is the floral formula and diagram of one of the flower of Asclepiadaceae, Calotropis species. Here this is the symbol of symmetry. So Calotropis flower have actinomorphic symmetry. Outside this is the bracteo, and this is the bract, and this is the calyx, this is corolla. Calyx have quinquenchal aestivation, corolla have velvet aestivation. These are the corona, which are the modification of corolla, and these corona attached to the gynostesium disc. This gynostesium disc corner have anther. Here you can see these are the anther, and inside this the ovary having unilocular marginal presentation. This is the floral formula. Here you can see this is this is a symbol of bisexual. This is symbol of actinomorphic. Bracteolate, bracteolate, calyx 5 in number, which are free. Corolla 5 in number, they are fused. This bracket shows the symbol of fused. Androecium 5 in number, they are also fused. Gynoecium 2 in number, and they are superior. This dash is the symbol of superior, and their epipetalous androecium are attached to the gynoecium. That's why this symbol is given. Economic importance. First, they are the ornamental plants. They are used for decorating gardens, home. So here some example: Asclepia species, Caralluma species, Hoya species, Ceropegia species, Stapelia species. So these are the example of ornamental plants, and these are all having beautiful flowers. Next, they are used for forming bast fiber, which is used for cottages, twins, fishing nets, and the bast fiber you can get from Calotropis gingiitium, Asclepias, and Tylophora. So these are some fiber yarn, twisted yarn, separated fibers, isolated stems. So these are some pictures. Tanning. Latex of Calotropis procera and gingitina used for tanning industry. Even they are used for developing inferior quality of rubber, and this is developed from the Cryptostegia grandiflora flower. So this is a Cryptostegia grandiflora flower. Even they are used for developing dye similar to the indigo dye, and the plant used for developing this is Marcedina tinctoria. This is a Marcedina tinctoria plant. Even the latex obtained from the Metelia species used for arrow poison. This is a Metelia species plant. Even they have the medicinal properties. Calotropis roots used against cough, and the picture of Calotropis procera, which I earlier showed you many times. Gymnema sylvestre used in stomach laxative, diuretic, and as a stimulant. This is a Gymnema sylvestre plant. Hemidesmus indicus, which is also known as Indian Serpentilia, and roots of this plant is used in urinary and skin disease. Holostema radianum, which is also known as Arla pushpi. Root of this plant is used in cough and cold. Pergluria daimia, which is also known as trellis vine, used as emetic, means prevent vomiting, and expectorant, which is used as a cough removal. Sarcostema acidium, which is known as leafless East India vine, and root are used as an antidote in snake bite. Tylophora indica, which is known as Arca perni, the root of this plant is used in curing bronchitis, whooping cough, and asthma. So basically the plant of this family is used in cough and cold, even in the snake bite, and in also in other stomach problems. Question which you can get in the exam from this family. These are, which family shows umbellate type of inflorescence? So the Asclepiadaceae family. What is pollinium? I told you what is pollinium. What is gynostesium disc? This is a combination of anther and the stigma. Which family have the gynostesium disc? Basically Asclepiadaceae family. Write down floral formula and diagram of Asclepiadaceae family. You can draw any one floral formula and diagram, and write down the economic importance of Asclepiadaceae family. So these are the some questions on this family, and the flower of this family is even in the practical. So you can get more question if you go in the textbook question booklet for practice. Thank you.